Our chief reporter, Kaveh Solokol, has come back on set. Kaveh, oh my goodness. How do you react to that?
Well, look, the first thing you should say is that referees are human beings. They make mistakes like everybody else. They were working there in a very highly pressurized environment, and they made a mistake, and it was a big mistake, and the eyes of the world were on them, and now they are paying the consequences. And the mistake they made was that they thought they were checking. They worked very, very quickly. Some people may say they were working too quickly because they're under pressure to make these decisions quickly, because when they take a lot of time, people complain that they're taking too long. And why? There is the possibility of mistakes being made in these kind of situations. The video operator was the person who seemed to be aware of what was going on before anybody else, and he was the one who was saying, look, the PGMOL hub operator is telling us to delay the game, which I think he means that we need to stop the game because a big mistake has been made. But then you heard the VAR coming in and saying, look, we can't, there's nothing we can do. The game has started now, we can't do anything. They've restarted, we can't do anything. And unfortunately, VAR is not foolproof. Mistakes will be made. But of course, lessons have to be learned from this, and I'm sure new protocols will be introduced to make sure that if mistakes are made, they're not mistakes that are as big as this.
If they had delayed the game, nobody would have complained, would they? Because they'd have got the right decision.
Well, they would have been breaking the laws of football. If you stick to the letter of the law as laid down by the IFAB, who make the laws of the game, and the VAR protocols, once the game has restarted, you can't go back and stop the game and change the decision.
Arsenal fans left seething once again after what many are calling another blatant miscarriage of justice, a clear winning penalty denied in the dying moments against Brentford. In a match that had intensity, grit, and late drama written all over it, the spotlight inevitably shifted to VAR, and once again, not in a good way for the Gunners. The game itself was finely balanced. Arsenal controlled large spells of possession, dictated tempo, and pushed relentlessly for a breakthrough. Brentford, disciplined and compact, defended deep and looked dangerous on the counter. It was a tactical battle, one that demanded precision and patience. Yet when the decisive moment arrived, it wasn't a tactical masterstroke that stole headlines, it was controversy. Late in the second half, with the score locked and tension suffocating the Emirates, Arsenal surged forward. A dangerous ball was whipped into the box, bodies collided, and an Arsenal attacker appeared to be clearly impeded inside the area. Replays showed contact, not minimal, not debatable, but significant enough to disrupt a genuine goal-scoring opportunity. The referee waved play on. All eyes turned to VAR. Supporters waited. Players protested. The stadium buzzed with expectation. Surely this would be corrected. But after a brief review, the decision stood. No penalty. The disbelief was immediate. In an era where VAR was introduced to eliminate clear and obvious errors, this felt like the exact scenario the technology was designed to correct. Instead, it has once again left Arsenal questioning consistency, transparency, and interpretation. Fans aren't just frustrated about one call, they're frustrated about a pattern. This isn't the first time Arsenal have felt aggrieved by officiating decisions this season. Marginal offsides scrutinised to millimetres. Soft fouls given in build-up against them. Potential penalties dismissed with minimal review. The accumulation of these moments creates a narrative supporters are finding increasingly difficult to ignore. To be fair, officiating in the Premier League is an unenviable task. The pace is relentless. Decisions must be instant. Human error is inevitable. That's precisely why VAR exists, not to re-referee every touch, but to intervene when something clear is missed. And this looked clear. Former players and pundits quickly weighed in, many suggesting that if the roles were reversed, the outcome might have been different. The contact inside the box was undeniable. The attacker was not simulating. There was no prior foul in the build-up. By the letter and spirit of the law, it appeared a penalty. Instead, Arsenal were denied what felt like a match-winning opportunity. The draw, or potential drop points, could have significant implications in a title race where margins are razor-thin. Last season proved how costly even a single controversial moment can be across a 38-game campaign. When competing at the highest level, consistency in decision-making isn't just desirable, it's essential. Mikel Arteta will likely tread carefully in post-match comments, mindful of fines and disciplinary action. But his frustration will mirror that of the supporters. Arsenal have worked tirelessly to build a squad capable of challenging on all fronts. They expect to win or lose on footballing merit, not officiating ambiguity. Meanwhile, Brentford will understandably argue that football is full of subjective calls. They defended bravely and earned their result through organisation and effort. And that's fair. No one is accusing them of wrongdoing. The issue lies squarely with the system. VAR was meant to bring clarity. Instead, it often amplifies controversy. The lack of transparency around communication between referee and VAR officials fuels suspicion. Fans inside the stadium are left in the dark. Even viewers at home are given limited explanation beyond a brief graphic. If football is to maintain trust in officiating, there must be clearer accountability. Publish the audio. Explain the threshold for intervention. Define what constitutes clear and obvious with consistency across fixtures. Arsenal supporters aren't asking for favouritism. They are asking for fairness. Because when a clear penalty appears to be denied in a pivotal moment, and technology fails to correct it, the sense of injustice lingers far longer than the final whistle. For now, Arsenal must regroup and refocus. Title challenges aren't built on dwelling over decisions, no matter how painful. But the anger will simmer. The questions will remain. And once again, VAR finds itself at the centre of a storm, with Arsenal left wondering what more it takes to get the call they believe was rightfully theirs.